following message is transmitted at the request of the Charlotte Police Department. Supervillain has been spotted flying in the city of Charlotte. This supervillain happens to be the Freeze Framer. For those of you who may not remember or never knew at all, this villain seems to be a young woman that wears a blue jumpsuit with very light blue armor, and she also seems to wear a mask made out of ice, and she has ice blue hair. There have been some rather disturbing reports of Freeze Framer actually freezing the citizens of Charlotte. Take the necessary precautions for your safety, stay inside your shelters, and lock all windows and doors, and most importantly do not go outside unless you have a valid reason to do so. If you see Freeze Framer, or if she sees you, run away as fast as possible, get into a vehicle, and drive away as fast as you can. It will also be recommended to wear any warm clothing, or bring a flammable weapon with you to defend yourself against Freeze Framer's powers. Please stay tuned for further updates on this dangerous situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Charlotte Police Department. The situation with Freeze Framer has escalated. She somehow has gained a new ability to create monsters made entirely of ice. These monsters are considered very dangerous as they are attacking the citizens. Follow the necessary precautions for your safety, stay inside your homes, and make sure all doors and windows are locked. Most importantly, do not go outside unless you have a valid reason to do so. If you see Freeze Framer or any of her monsters, or if they see you, run away and get to a vehicle, or if you can't use a vehicle, then run away and find a good spot to hide immediately. It should also be recommended to wear any warm clothing, and bring a flammable weapon if you have one in order to defend yourself from Freeze Framer and her monsters. So far there are no confirmations if Freeze Framer has any sort of connections with the other two villains that attacked Los Angeles. Please stay tuned for further updates on this dangerous situation. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Charlotte Police Department. An emergency action notification has been issued for the city. It would seem as though hope has finally arrived. 4 superheroes that appear to be a team have arrived to Charlotte to stop the Freeze Framer and her monsters from turning the city into a frozen wasteland. Their names are Afterburner, Lady, Liquid, Air Striker, and Rock Mounter, and their superhero team name happens to be the 4 Ancient Elements, since each of them seem to represent the 4 elements of Earth, which are fire, water, air, and earth. A fight between them and Freeze Framer just broken out. People of Charlotte are still required to take these necessary precautions. Stay in your shelters, and don't go outside unless you have a valid reason to do so. Though, if you want to watch the fight, then, that's fine. Just don't attempt to interfere in this fight as you will most likely put your life at risk. Please stay tuned for further updates on this dangerous situation. This is an emergency action termination. Freeze Framer has left the city of Charlotte along with her monsters. Afterburner has successfully unfroze every citizen in the city, as well as the whole city itself. Although the 4 ancient elements have failed to apprehend the villain, our city is safe for now. We thank our team of superheroes for saving us all, plus it has been confirmed by our heroes that Freeze Framer might have somewhat a connection with the other two villains that attacked Los Angeles. For now, it is safe to exit your shelters. I repeat, it is now safe to exit your shelters. Normal scheduled programming may now resume.